No warnings. Rob, you're ejected. This is Corey, and this is the Anthem podcast.
I don't. Wait, what kind of accent does he have?
Oh, God.
It's like Nicaraguan, maybe? Cuban?
I can't. No, he's not Cuban.
I'll just go with Dr. Nick. Good afternoon, everybody.
Why must you toss me out of the game?
Why are you tossing me out? I did not do anything.
I think my favorite part of him being tossed is like the way he puts his hands on his hips, like really now.
What did I do? What did I do? I don't even know what I did.
If I was gonna throw at somebody, you'd know it.
If I was him, I'd be like, Caleb, give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Be 2 hits, me hitting you and you hitting the ground.
By the way,
Baldo, your jokes are weak.
Have you seen Daredevil on Netflix?
Not yet.
Any intention on watching it?
Maybe at some point.
Do you know who Foggy is on Daredevil? Have you seen anything about that?
No.
He's one of the Bash brothers from the Mighty Duck series.
Oh, really?
And I don't know why that took me there, but me hitting you, hitting the floor is Breakfast Club, Emilio Estevez,
Mighty Ducks,
Bash Brothers, Daredevil. That's how my mind works, folks. So if anybody's wondering what it's like to be in this crazy hole, that's it. I just took that walk in about 10 seconds and then made a completely off-camera reference. So,
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, imaginary high five goes to you.
Yeah. It's not imaginary. We just did it.
Yeah, but we didn't actually make
5.
contact.
Air
5.
5.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So, hello, everybody. This is the Anthem podcast. This is Corey.
And this is Rob. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I don't know if we actually got to that part.
I think we did. No, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so we did it twice. Whatever. Fuck you guys.
All right, cut it. Let's do it again.
Start from the beginning.
Let's start out with a big thank you to everybody who came out last week to the live event. That was fantastic. Good to see you all out there.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
And now I have more beer than I'll ever know what to do with.
You still have beer left over?
Yeah.
Lightweights.
This whole fridge is just filled with beer. Just completely.
Listen, since college, I've learned that's never really a complaint you want to have.
No.
There are children in Africa who would love a beer right now.
They're like the people who ask for a cigarette, though, and when you pull out a pack of menthols, it's just like, oh, never mind.
Okay.
The kids in Africa are just like, please, I'm just dying for a beer. And it's just like, oh, wait a minute, is that Natty Bell? Never mind.
I'm good.
Oh, I think I'm going to hold out for a Bud Ice.
Natty Daddy, yeah. Anyway, so thank you guys for coming out. You were lightweights. I think some people had to drive, like me, so there was not too much drinking.
Right.
But everybody got to see the movie.
Yeah.
And we had the live podcast after, and I think everybody had a good time was had by all.
And I got many texts from people about the movie.
Right.
Saying oh, now that I've had a couple days to think about it, I really liked it.
Well, I have to say, I did talk to some people who were like, oh, yeah, I saw the live show thing. And I'm like, do you listen? And they're like, yeah, I saw it on Facebook, so I clicked on it. And I was like, we do that every week. Not live.
Yeah.
But you can listen to us every week.
Right.
So hopefully new people. Hello.
Hi, new people.
Hello. La, la, la.
In case you don't know, my name is Corey.
And I'm Rob.
Should we do the whole good afternoon again? Let's just see how many times we
Go for 3.
See how many times we can fit it into one podcast.
But
it's just like in radio, how they always have to re-announce themselves after every commercial break. They come back and it's just like,
you're listening to the Anthem podcast.
Welcome back to the Anthem podcast. This is Corey.
Yeah, and over here we got Don John over in the corner. Woo, looking a little crazy today, Don John. And over there, Tumbleweeds doing the traffic for you.
What an unfortunate name for a traffic person, Tumbleweeds.
You could basically skate down the I-5 right now, John. Back to you.
Manny.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Anyway, so you know who's not having a good afternoon this week?
Oh, real quick before we get into that.
God damn it! Nothing but stepping on my segues.
Real quick before we get into that,
sure.
I had one other thank you.
Okay.
I put it on Facebook, but again, for anybody who's listening, thank you for the many birthday wishes.
Oh, that's right. That happened this week.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
31.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Does it feel as old as I feel? Do you feel as old as I feel?
30 actually did feel like a year where I aged tremendously.
Yeah.
29, I'm feeling there's absolutely nothing wrong with me, and then all of a sudden 30, I'm just like, ugh.
Everything's wrong.
Am I having a heart attack? Am I having a stroke? Am I?
Both things really happened this year.
Am I dying of Hodgkin's lymphoma?
Wow, you got extreme there for a second. Good Lord.
But made it another year, so congratulations to me.
Do you find it arbitrary that we pick every year we celebrate that the Earth has traveled around the sun one time? Yay.
Well, I mean, I think it's nice in the sense that it's a celebration of a person.
I don't really care for people, so.
Well, I mean, I didn't really have. He's a host of a podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I do this for me. I told you before. It helps me to masturbate and go to sleep if I listen to my own voice.
I hear. I didn't really do anything like super special for my birthday. We went out to dinner, and went back to my sister's place for a little bit. But it's not like I went out clubbing or.
Well, I think we're
strip clubbing.
I think we're past that, aren't we? Really?
Or went to a baseball game or anything like that.
Well, you did go to a baseball game
On Wednesday.
We went the night before,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But you know who's not going to be able to go out and celebrate their birthday anymore?
Who's that?
Aaron Hernandez.
Nice.
Hooray!
That's nice. Yeah, so I'm sure everybody has seen that on the news, all of that fun stuff having to do with him. So obviously, justice was served. It was swift, and it was sweet, I think, for everybody. Yeah? We can all agree that, right?
I guess.
I feel like you're wavering on that.
Well, I'm not, like, really all in on the... I mean, like, if the jury says that he's guilty, then I'm going to go with them, because they've been given a lot more evidence than I have.
You know, don't trust juries. They're the worst.
But I feel like...
Says the lawyer.
He's not the best lawyer in Maryland for nothing, folks.
Never go to the jury. Never.
Just like Rob on the stand. He's just, or Rob doing his thing, and he's just like, yeah, fuck that guy, fuck 4, fuck 9, fuck 12.
The rest of you, you're cool.
You're
fuck
cool.
you, Your Honor. I'm out.
You're cool. You fuck you, you rule.
Fuck you.
The old lady with the thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh, but anyway, so the jury found him guilty.
Yeah, so I guess I'm okay with it. Right. I just feel like I would have liked to have a witness or a murder weapon.
Okay.
That's just me.
There have been murder convictions on less. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, and that's why I'm not really that, like, hell-bent about it.
And if he had gotten off, would you be feeling the same way? Or would you say, oh, come on, there was so much. There are 2 convict him on.
No, because if he got off, I would probably say, like, you know, well, obviously they didn't have enough to convict him.
On that murder charge.
He's
still got 2 more coming. So,
yeah, he still has more murder charges to face, but...
By the way, you have millions of dollars.
I wonder if they ship him to Florida, like The Thing, like or like King Kong,
yeah,
like chained up, like, in the back of a train, like, oh, Aaron Hernandez angry. Don't give that guy a gun. Don't give him a gun.
I gotta ask, like, seriously, you have millions of dollars. You're a professional football player, and you start murdering people? Like, you're still hanging out with the same jackasses you went to high school with?
Well, you know, that's part of the thing, though. Like, you know, kind of like Scientology, how they have so much dirt on you that you can't ever leave.
Is that what it is?
When you grow up in a rough gang-related neighborhood like Aaron Hernandez did, I imagine you don't want to, like, just, like, peace out on all these people who, like, have a shit ton of dirt on you.
Wait, no, so was he a Crip or a Blood or what? Do we know?
I don't know.
Because I was going to make a reference.
I mean, he was a patriot.
That's
most
a gang
recently.
by itself, yes.
Going
red.
Bill
Going
Belichick.
blue.
Bill Belichick, the leader of the gang. Where's my money, bitch? Don't make me break a leg.
But yeah, no,
imagine if Bill Belichick wasn't a gang.
Like, he probably is.
He
could be.
What we should do is we should do some work, like putting footage of Bill Belichick into The Wire, and just get a really convincing voice actor, and just replace Avon with
this is
Bill Belichick.
For everyone who knows, This is why when Corey and I are making movies professionally, I'm going to have to hire somebody to watch him because I'll leave the editing bay and I'll come back 6 hours later and he'll be like, okay, I just edited a 9-minute movie together where Bill Belichick is now in the wire. I paid somebody $40,000 to mock his voice and we're going to put it into the episode.
Well, I was doing it myself at first and then I didn't really find that it was... It didn't. I'll be honest. I don't do the best Belichick.
It costs us $10,000 an hour while you're in here. Well, technically, I also paid that guy $40,000. So,
oh man,
and we can't. It's all copyrighted. We can't use any of it, and it's slanderous to Bill Belichick. But I have it. I have it. That's what makes it worthwhile.
Is the idea slanderous?
Yes.
Oh,
that he's in the wire. He's a drug dealer.
Well, I'm saying like me saying
member?
it on the podcast right now.
Okay,
Okay,
no.
good.
We can joke around about that. Obviously, this is satire. We are making
We're making a joke about Bill Belichick
Yes.
breaking legs and
Yes.
fucking hookers.
Now, if we monetize the YouTube video, then we're getting into some problems.
All right. Well, fine.
And like I was telling you before, like I'm getting to the point where I hopefully someday in my life will be sitting across the table from a line of well-dressed gentlemen and just be like, "You fucking lawyers are ruining my." Oh wait, yeah, I'm a lawyer too.
Yeah.
Oh well. So,
I'm part of your brood.
Yeah. Is it that?
Yeah, just a smidge.
Can you hear me now?
Well, no, not that far. Just a smidge is all I was asking for.
Are we?
There you go.
Are we?
Yeah, right there. Hold on. No,
Are we
back.
here? Back over here.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
just you don't need to like be like.
Up. Well, the problem is
name is Robin.
I was leaning back, and then I think I leaned forward, and it brought me like right up into the mic. Nothing but professionalism here.
Rob doesn't know how sound design works.
I don't. My headphones got stolen, and I don't think I'm hearing things as well through the renter headphones. I feel like these are the roller skates or the ice skates that they give out at the lake.
Yeah,
Same ice skates for 47 years.
Meanwhile, all the people who brought their own skates are like, "Why can't you do this, Rob? You go fuck yourself."
But anyway, so are you? I guess.
Do you even ice skate, by the way?
Yeah.
You dabble.
Can I stay vertical? Yes.
Okay.
I rollerbladed, so I think that gave me the skills that I need to ice skate.
All right. Fair enough.
But I don't do what I imagine you do. I can't skate backwards.
I can't skate backwards either.
How are you going to be a hockey player? How do you play hockey if you can't skate backwards?
Well, I mean, I can. I just prefer not to.
Okay.
Are
you going to just like, get ahead of steam and then turn around?
Yeah. I'm the Ovechkin model of
always forward.
Ovechkin never skates backwards. He just skates forward at people.
Right. Move out of the way.
Yeah.
He's having a great little series, by the way.
Yeah, except for the fact that they're not. Okay, so yeah, here's something we need to talk
That's
about.
Right, yeah. The big bet going on.
Me and Steve Breckles have a bet going on where if the Islanders win this series against the Capitals, then I have to wear an Islanders shirt and talk about how great the Islanders are.
Right.
And if the Capitals win, then Steve has to do the same thing, only with the Capitals.
Okay.
And the loser has to have it on the podcast. So.
Wait, though. He doesn't have a podcast.
You're going to have some... No, he's going to send it to us.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So you're going to have some scintillating hockey talk going on in about 2 weeks when the series is over, hopefully. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, sorry, what? You were talking about hockey, and I can't.
Just blacked out?
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez. Football.
No, okay, there we go. Yeah.
I'm back.
But no, so we'll look forward to that, hopefully. It's all tied up, right? 1 game to 1 game.
Yeah.
And Ovechkin's got 3 goals in 2 games. So
yeah, I was turning that game off last night.
Why?
I was just like, I've had enough because the Capitals don't play defense, and it's irritating.
They have a lot of offense now.
They're the world's most infuriating team in any sport.
They have a lot of offense though, so it's okay.
I would say that the Capitals are more infuriating than the Red Sox were for the 86 years that they didn't win the World Series.
Why exactly?
Because
those were not winning teams many times though for the Red Sox.
Yeah, but the Capitals always have they're usually finishing like right up there in the best teams in the league kind of thing.
Making the playoffs.
Playoffs. And then
although really the NHL season's 82 games to eliminate one team.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. Now you're better.
I don't like this setup at all. I don't know why.
I don't like this. I don't like this recording thing that we do.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. You take it from here.
All right. I'm all by myself. I guess I'll talk about Aaron Hernandez and football.
Shit! I just hit the thing again. All right, now, so you don't defend Aaron Hernandez, though?
No, I'm fine with whatever the jury came up with.
You just don't think he was guilty?
No, I think he's guilty as shit.
They just didn't have the evidence to prove it?
Right.
Okay. Evidence schmevidence. Why would we ever need that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I as much as I don't like an OJ walking, I give it up for lawyers who are really good at being lawyers.
Okay.
So, like, if you can... I feel like Aaron Hernandez didn't have a good enough lawyer. Because there was enough holes in the logic...
Right.
...that if he was a Cochran, he would have figured out a way around it.
See, I think, though, that he had the problem of no matter how good the lawyers were going to be, the fan base turned on him, and therefore the jury was never going to come around. Because the jury is the fan base, right?
Yeah, but don't they have to, like, try and find jurors who don't know about what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's find 12 people in Boston who don't know what happened. I mean, it's not...
Yeah.
It's the fallacy of the law. We pretend like that could actually happen. But, I mean, like, you got to imagine, the jury was people who cheered for him, so immediately I have to say, we need to move it because, wow. And then when the secondary murder charges came out, and it's like, oh, he's done this before... I think a lot of the fans were like, we cheered for a murderer.
Right.
Now, if you're a Baltimore fan, it's okay. We do that regularly. But for the Patriots fans, it was a weird thing to cheer for a murderer. I think they turned on him. So,
I don't know. I think that Aaron Hernandez is a bit of a jerk off. So I'm not upset with him spending the rest of his life in jail.
I think he's probably a little upset. What were you saying? That, like, he stood up as soon as he said guilty. He's like, fuck y'all, I'm sitting down.
Yeah, exactly. In the video of when they, like, read the jury, or when the jury's, like, reading the verdict, they're just like, please stand for the reading of the verdict.
As they do.
And then everybody stands up, and then it's, they're just like, murder in the first degree, how do you find? Guilty. And he's just like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Just
I'm going to jail forever now, so...
Yeah, go ahead, hold me in contempt, let's see what that does.
I'm going to shit in my own hand and throw it at you. Oh, wait, that was a different
Oh, what, are you going to send me to life for 2 life sentences? Yeah, go ahead. Fuck you guys. Everybody in the jury gets some.
Literally making it rain.
Making shit rain on the jury.
Oh, God.
Well, I think if you are going to jail for life, don't you have a responsibility to, like, go out in a blaze of glory? If it's life, no parole.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got 2 other murder charges that are going to add life and no parole on back.
Right. I mean, like, what are we...
Yeah, sure, why not?
He's just going to die in jail.
Here's what I'll tell you. There was a guy in...
You might as well have some fun with it at the end.
Did you see the guy in Florida who ran from Georgia after he murdered a guy? So his extradition hearing, they pull him up in front of the judge. This is the guy who's going to beat the murder rap. Because he said, I took one more fucking child molester off this fucking earth. The guy did that to my little brother. Fuck him. Give me all the fucking time you want to. And I'm like, okay, so that's on the record now. He said that in court. Great. Let me play that for the jury. Because the jury's going to be like, guy fucked his little brother. What would you do if it was your little brother?
I think I'll give him 18 months.
Now, he does have a facial tattoo that takes up the entire hemisphere.
There was another one. There was just recently, it stemmed back from the Ravens Super Bowl parade.
Oh, God, that's right.
Like a 17-year-old stabbed like 5 people, and he did like 18 months in jail.
Right.
And they're just like, we were going to give him more, but we just decided time served was enough. Just like...
That's why jury sucks.
There's no accidentally stabbing 5 people.
He was young. He didn't know.
It's just like, I have a knife in my hand, and all these people are crowding me!
Well, and that's why you don't leave. That's why juries suck. That's why juries are great and juries suck.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen. You never know what happens when you get in there. But speaking of another rich and privileged-ass person who is in the news this week, did you see that Britt McHenry video.
I did. Where do you stand on this?
If I can make a headline for that video, spoiled white bitch loses her shit. Now that would be on any newspaper in the country.
Except for maybe a dead drop.
Maybe a dead drop. Spoiled white bitch loses her shit. But, no, so I asked you, and you fucking defended her.
I'm slightly defending her.
Okay, why?
I'm not ready to run Britt McHenry out of town.
Okay.
And I have several reasons why.
Okay.
Number one, that video was super heavily edited. And apparently, like when she said things like, like, well, why don't you lose weight, fat bitch, or whatever it was.
Right. Why don't you lose some weight, honey? Yeah.
Like, apparently right before that, the woman who worked for the towing company was just like, yeah, why don't you dye your roots, bitch, or something like that.
Okay.
And then she was, it was antagonizing on both ends, but you only get the one end. And then you get the towing company releasing statements saying, like, hey, everybody, why don't we relax on Britt McHenry to make it look like they're the good guy,
Right.
Of course, they were shopping that video to TMZ and ESPN trying to make money off of it.
Right. Like
tow truck companies do. And I think that's the real point here.
I think that is your real point.
For as much as we...
Let me say, we should make... Have you ever been towed?
Yes.
Okay. And you've had to pay the towing fees?
Yeah.
All right, so I feel like it's our journalistic integrity that we have to say, I have never been towed.
Yeah.
I've never had to pay towing fees. And you have.
I have been towed.
So that may make the difference of the opinions here.
Yeah. Let me tell you a quick story about when Corey was towed. It was my birthday.
Oh, yay. What birthday?
Oh, God.
That's how old 31 is, folks. And you're like, I bet you many of them now.
I don't know, maybe 8 years ago or something like that.
What, college?
No, it was after college.
8 years ago wasn't even college.
Yeah. Not for me, at least.
No, I mean when we were out.
You were in a college 8 years ago, though.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't. Oh, you were out then.
Yeah.
You had some time before law school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wasted a whole bunch of time. Yeah. Got my shit burned on the front lawn.
It was my birthday. I went over to my friend Erin's to hang out, and I parked at her apartment building, and I didn't notice any signs.
Sarasota Street Erin?
What's that?
Different Erin or Sarasota Erin?
Sarasota Erin?
Yeah, EP.
No.
It took me way too long to recall.
Erin Maltese. It was a live show.
Okay, yeah.
A good, close, personal friend, Erin Maltese.
Sure, yeah.
Dead End Erin. I went over to her house.
That's the name of her band, by the way. I feel like that's a weird nickname to give somebody. It's the name of her band. Everybody should go check out...
Dead End Lane.
Dead End Lane. There you go. Sure.
Show notes. Yeah, I was towed on my birthday. I went over to hang out with her and get a birthday present. And when I came out, my car was gone.
Right.
And then that's when I noticed the sign that was like tucked like 100 yards away from the parking lot behind trees and shit like that, where it's just like, if you don't park in a specialized spot, then you're going to get towed. So I got towed less than a mile. Not just as the crow flies, but if you actually drove it, it was less than a mile.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody was there to get my car out that night. I had to wait till the next morning.
Yeah, they were out getting other cars.
Yeah. There was nobody there to take my money then.
Right.
So I went the next day. I said, how much is this? And it was like $570 or something like that, because of course it is.
Oh, God.
And I said, what? How does towing from less of a mile equal $570? I feel like if my car broke down on the Eastern Shore and I paid a tow truck, I could get back home for $570.
It's not like that would ever happen.
No. Hasn't happened once. And they said, like, well, there's this, that, and the other. And then they said that there was a day's worth of storage. And I was like, well, I was ready to pay last night, but nobody was open, so fuck you guys. And there's no arguing with them, because what are you going to do? Like, get your car out for less?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to break in and get it out.
Right.
Or talk shit to the lady.
Well, yeah. Then, so, I said, this is where I completely understand where Britt McHenry's coming from.
Okay.
I said, okay, well, can I get to my car so I can get my money? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, well, here's the deal. I have money. It's in my bank account, not just like flying around.
Right. I don't walk around with a lot of cash like
Yeah,
a tow truck
I
driver.
don't just walk around with $600 just like in case shit happens. I usually keep that in my bank account. So if I can get the bank card that's in my car, then I can get the money and pay you and get the fuck out of here and never speak to you guys again.
But if they make you wait, then they get another day storage fee.
Yeah. So eventually it turned into me like screaming at this woman, going like, "Let me in to get my fucking. How does anybody fucking pay you?" And all that sort of shit, just like Britt McHenry did.
Is there a video of you out there talking
Maybe.
shit?
It's gonna drop once.
Wait for you to get famous.
Yeah. Just. Oh man, this Corey Baker better get famous soon. We've been sitting on this video for 8 years.
That's a skeleton
So, yeah.
that comes out.
I screamed at the people at the towing place.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one it was. It's Towson, Linwood, I think, or something like that.
Oh, okay. So you weren't even in the city.
No, it was in Towson.
All right.
Yeah. So I eventually got access to my car. Somebody had to escort me back there
Make sure you didn't drive.
to make sure I didn't try and like gun it through a fence or something like that.
Passenger side only. Passenger side only.
So I went in, I got my bank card, I walked to the bank, I came back. I wanted to do a thing where I got it like all in ones just to fuck with them, but
Change.
yeah. How many pennies do you have here? But then yeah, I got my car out and that sucked. And that was a lot of toil and heartache for nothing.
And it was more walking than you've done any other day in the last decade.
I'm just like outside in the sun. I'm just like, this shit sucks. But no, I think tow truck companies hire people who are infuriating.
Just to do that.
Yeah, because if you're a nice person who works at a tow truck company, you're going to get eaten alive.
Okay.
Because everybody's coming in with that attitude.
Right.
Nobody's going to come in going like, oh, no, it was my fault. I got towed. $570? No, that sounds reasonable. Like, nobody comes in going like, well, you got me. You know?
Sure.
All those times that I've parked illegally and you finally got me. I guess I got to pay the piper.
Back to war with you now.
No, people come in there and they like kick the door down and they go like, where the fuck's my car? You bring it back to me right this fucking second.
Okay, but we just need $570, sir.
Go fuck yourself. So no, I totally get where she's coming from.
Right.
And furthermore, this is point 2. That tow truck company in particular has a very shitty reputation according to the internet. They have an F from the Better Business Bureau.
Okay.
Their Yelp page is filled with all kinds of horrifying stories. After the news came out of what tow company it was, there was a story about a guy who ran into a store. Like, there's a parking lot where you're allowed to park, but apparently, like, there's, like, a strict limit.
Okay.
Like, 30 minutes. And they just started to tell him, like, right at 30.
Right.
And when he came back out of the car, he was screaming and carrying on, like, you know, like, what the fuck are you doing? And apparently he had kids in the back seat. And they didn't check for the kids before they started hooking up the car to tow it away.
Sure. Terrified kids. That's good.
Yeah, all kinds of shit like that.
Sure.
So, and I can't really. If I would feel better if I saw the entire video undoctored.
Well, and here's the thing: it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me that they edited it up, because you're telling me that the girl who gets attitude all day from everybody, she doesn't have the right to give a little attitude back when you talk shit to her?
No.
You are a professional. She realized she was on video. At one point, she looks up at the video and she's like, well, fuck you. I don't care if I'm fucking on video. Like, you have to take your medicine. Take your medicine. That happens.
There are so few times in life, there are so few people who are hated, like towing companies.
Right.
And of those hated things, like the IRS.
Yeah, I hate them.
Or traffic wardens, like meter maids.
Right.
Like, most of these people you don't see. Like, they come in and out. Like, the IRS, there's nobody... You don't go to an office and yell at some guy.
You could.
Hypothetically, you could.
Probably
but I mean, like...
maced or tased, though.
Right. Like the DMV, if you go to the NBA, you can yell at somebody, but you're not getting anything done.
I actually love when I see somebody lose their shit at the NBA, and the person just sits there, hands on keyboard, waits for them to finish, and like, so I can give you a number if you'd like, or...
I had to go through it. I had to deal with a whole bunch of stupid NBA shit, too. And like the entire time, I'm just like, I want to punch everybody. I want to just...
Now I understand why people shoot up government offices.
I just want to punch every single person I come in contact with. Men, women, children, the elderly. Just every single person I see. Kicking and punching. And then, this is the sidebar here. I had to do like 4 straight days at the DMV, or the NBA, because every single time there was something new. It's just like, well, you didn't have this official form from whoever, so we can't even help you today.
I didn't need it yesterday.
Oh, thank God. Thank God I took off work early to come down here and take care of this.
Right. Yeah.
All right, good. So what's this form that I need? So I can take off work again early tomorrow and come down?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
And then take an entire day off of work to deal with shit? So the last day, the day that I took off work completely to take care of everything, I went to the MVA going like, all right, I'm in for it now. This is going to be the long one where I'm sitting here for 9 hours dealing with this.
But I got 9 hours now. So
yeah, but now I got this time. I put it aside. Right. Took a day off from work to make sure that I could do this. And then all of a sudden, I walk in and everybody's super nice. And they're just like, hey, sweetie, how are you? I'm like,
don't you talk. Don't call me that.
I'm like, what is this? Just be like, I need to transfer this registration from one car to the other. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We can take care of that. No problem.
Oh, I got Form 88EE.
It's like, do you want me to fill that out for you? Just like, what's going on? Like, I'm heightened.
What is this?
My senses are heightened.
What is this here now?
And then all of a sudden, as soon as it was all done, she was just like, by the way, today's comment card day if you'd like to fill out a comment card and tell you. Oh, you fuckers. You fuckers. I can't believe it.
It's massive.
Every day should be comment card day.
Yeah, why don't they have comment cards every day? Yeah, sure. Well, anyway, so here's the thing. If I don't... there's no context on what time it was.
Of course, the day that I sit... Chris Davis is the day that he hits a home run over the Green Monster. Thank you.
I saw that. That's why I was trying to tell you it's massive. Just ignore it. It's not going to make you happy.
Nothing good comes from it.
Manny Machado strikes out. Chris Davis hits one over the Green Monster. God damn it!
Why didn't I start him?
Anyway, so it looked like it was somewhat late at night, early in the morning, based on her appearance. So,
yeah.
Even given that, when you reach a certain level, I think you need to act a certain way. She is somewhat famous and somewhat wealthy, and you got to start treating people better than they treat you.
Yeah.
And that's not saying, oh, I guess if I was a college dropout, I could come work here, huh?
Well,
I guess if I had a few less teeth, I guess if,
I also think we should probably downplay how wealthy she is, because I don't imagine, I imagine she's making a lot more money than me and you.
Right.
Combined.
Right.
But, it's not like she's...
See, but I hate when people
It's not like she's Keith Olbermann. She's not making...
I hate when people do that. Don't excuse it. She's treating people who are barely getting by like garbage.
If anybody treated anybody like that, you'd be like... If somebody made 12 cents an hour at the dirt factory, do you think you would be like, well, that guy works at a dirt factory, so he's allowed to lash out every once in a while?
No, but I would say that as somebody who was in the same position as the tow truck driver lady would have a little more understanding. Like, man, I work the NBA. I know you're just doing your job. It fucking sucks. I'm going to bitch a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah.
The difference is she says, I am too good for this. Why am I here? I'm in this dirt hole. I'm on TV. You're in a trailer.
Yeah.
So much white, wealthy privilege. I just want to smack her.
Here's something you can come to expect when you become famous. If you become famous. If you ride my coattails long enough.
Sorry, what now?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of my sigh. There are people out there who will hide in bushes and record you. Right. While somebody else walks up to you and says, like, hey, cheek, you fucking asshole.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the tape starts recording the second after you've been berated for 20 minutes.
Right.
And then you snap at them and be like, you have any idea who the fuck I am? Get the fuck fuck out of my face. And then that's when they, like, just release that amount of video, the one where you're, like, yelling at a 14-year-old to TMZ.
But I do that now, so that's not going to be a change in behavior. I go up to people. And
you don't even wait for them to berate you.
Somebody bumps me in the store. I'm like, do you know who the fuck I am? How fucking dare you?
Do you want a lawsuit?
But no, I mean, like, I've said, for whatever it's worth, I did not go spend $60,000 on a car. I spent $19,000 on a car.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Monopoly.
Because I don't need a fucking $60,000 car.
Right.
A car to me is a thing to get me from one place to another. You know what I'd really like? A remote start. So in the wintertime, I can start it and it gets warm while I'm inside.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my need. Cruise control, perfect.
Yeah.
And then I also need Bluetooth. And what, you don't have Bluetooth in your car? Peasant. Anyway, all cars have Bluetooth.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your car was made in the 90s?
All right, first of all, I drove a car made in the 90s until very late into the aughts, so I am not concerned about that.
Well, not very late into the aughts.
Oh, no, I guess that Tiburon was...
Because very late into the aughts would be, like, $29.99 or something like that.
No, the aughts would be the double zeros. We're now in the 20 teens.
I hate this new world we live in. The 90s was so easy. 80s, 70s, 60s, and then they have to throw the fucking aughts in there.
Aughts is the zeros, and then after that, once it becomes...
But nobody says teens.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we're in the 20 teens now.
I hate
You know what the next decade will be?
2020s?
No. It'll just be the 20s, because everyone who would have remembered the original 20s has died out, so they'll just call
Not
it the
everybody.
20s again. The ones who matter. The 6 or 7 really old ladies who are still around, they don't really give a shit.
I'm sure there's going to be more than a couple people who are over 100.
I guess we're getting older and medicine and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Not the point. The point is this. You don't act like a spoiled little rich bitch. That's what I say. When I am rich, I'm rich now. But even now, I don't talk shit to people. I treat everyone equally.
I would like to sort of talk about the Bill Simmons suspension. Bill Simmons works for ESPN.
Right.
He was suspended last year at some point because he kept mocking Roger Goodell on his podcast.
Okay.
So he kept saying, like, fucking Roger, you know that you're a fucking liar. You're just a liar. Roger Goodell is a liar. He just kept saying it, like, over and over again. Right. And, like, ESPN was just like, you can't do that. You can't just call Roger Goodell a liar every single day on your podcast multiple times.
Yeah, he's
just like, yeah, what are you going to do? Suspend me? And then they suspended him. So,
well, he got what he wanted.
Yeah.
So,
I think people who work at ESPN get suspended more than anybody else in the
maybe Top Gear.
Oh, single tier.
It's still fresh.
Single tier.
It's still fresh.
It'll always hurt. This has been a bad year for me. All right. First, my boyfriend Pernell McPhee goes to Chicago, and then Top Gear ends because it's never going to be the same.
After the
never going to be the same.
Top Gear ends after the host continues a string of profanities and abuse that finally leads to his firing.
Yeah.
He finally punched a producer, which was too much.
Yeah, that was the line.
Using racist terminology to your staff and calling them shitheads and everything else. Not too far. Punched a guy. Now we've reached the end. So.
Well, we can't get physical with people.
No, apparently he had gotten in shoving matches before. The difference this time...
He punched Piers Morgan once. Yeah. And now Piers Morgan always says, like, it just throws out random things on Twitter where he's just like, yeah, that hurts less than Jeremy Clarkson's punch.
Oh, well, sure. Anyway, so...
But to be fair, I think everybody has had dreams of punching Piers Morgan at some point.
I didn't really even watch him that often.
No.
Something about him.
I barely know who he is yet.
Got that one of those faces.
Yeah, he's got a face like that.
I just want to punch. But no, so she acted like a spoiled white bitch. Just don't. Don't. Have a little respect for people who are killing themselves to stay alive. She is paid. Listen, Britt McHenry, no matter what you think about how skilled you are, you are paid to be blonde and young and pretty and know just enough about sports to keep guys who have very low intelligence occupied at the television. And I know in that I've insulted a lot of people, and I'm aware, and fuck all of you. But as soon
She
as...
has a fucking journalism degree, sir.
Maybe I should have just been a college dropout. Bitch, you have a journalism degree. That's not a real college. Send your complaints to Corey@theanthem.com. But no, I mean, like, listen, it's... When she is not one of those things anymore, she will be fired.
Yeah.
So if she was to put on a bunch of weight, fired.
Right.
If she, when she gets older, fired.
Yeah.
If she got into
if she ages.
If she, like a vampire, she's bathing in baby's blood. You heard it here first. Britt McHenry bathes in baby's blood.
Another headline for that job.
But no, I mean, like, if she is puts on weight, if she had some kind of accident that scarred her face and she was scarred, you're not a good analyst. You're not an analyst. They script you something and you stand on the side of the field,
the building,
and you look pretty.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Don't act like you're so fucking high and mighty. But I would say the same thing to Keith Olbermann, because really, Keith Olbermann.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean he's a gorgeous man. He could never be ugly. So
I just like Keith Olbermann. I don't like it when he talks politics because I think he's just a little bit too much.
Right. Gets a little too crazy.
Yeah, he's a little bit too much on the left for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I love listening to talk about sports.
And Larry Wilcox, excellent. John Oliver, excellent.
You mean Larry Wilmore?
Larry Wilmore. Who did I say?
Larry Wilcox?
Who's Larry Wilcox?
I don't know. All I was thinking about was Chris Wilcox.
Who's that?
Former Terrapin who made it to the NBA for like about a year.
Sorry. What was I saying? Larry Wilmore.
Yeah.
John Oliver. Keith Olbermann. People I would like to get my news from. I enjoy all of those people. So.
Or Bill O'Reilly.
Fuck no. Bill O'Reilly doesn't even like Bill O'Reilly, so I can't imagine anybody else would. God, it depresses me. I mean, when I see stuff like that, I'm on the one hand, I'm thinking, look, aren't you super rich? And how much did it hurt her to pay the $600 towing to get out?
It's not.
No. You or I mean, as rich as I am, I still am not like movie star, TV star.
Well, I have a very, very rich trust fund I could just extract from anytime.
But I mean, like,
anytime I need to pay a parking ticket, I'm just like, oh, well, looks like I'm going to the bank.
For most average people, $600 to get your car out is like
going to the rich person bank to get my rich person money so I can pay my minor inconveniences.
Gold doubloons. Do you accept gold doubloons?
just walk up and drop a brick of gold on.
I think that'll cover it.
Is this enough? Huh, you fucking bitch?
Anyway, but no, $600 for most
Maybe
people.
if you had a fucking education, you'd have a brick of gold.
And that's the only way that rant could have gotten more pretentious. Is if she comes up and she's like, do you have a scanner for one of these black cards that I have? No? How about gold? Do you take gold? You fucking bitch. Anyway, $600 for most people is we got to shift some stuff around situation.
Yeah.
It's not for her. Literally, she had the cash in her purse to get the car out of hock.
Yeah.
Come on. But she had to give it an attitude. It's the 1% problem again, and she's not 1%, but you know what I mean. The rich versus the poor.
Right.
And then on top of that, and I don't want to get into it, but I'm just going to say there were like 15 people killed by cops this week.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Britt McHenry. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a new webpage that talks about how Rob and Corey's revolution. I'm going to put your phone number and your email address and your license plate, and I'm going to have us, and I'm going to Photoshop our faces onto some ISIS members.
Please don't.
Oh, I'm bringing you in. No, tell me how boring it is that people are getting shot by the police.
I don't even...
It's going to be one of those...
I don't want to live your life.
You can't handle my life.
Though I think the ISIS member part is a nice touch.
Just a picture.
Well, no, because, like, I would just like to imagine that, like, at some point we're both gunned down. And then there had to have,
You'd like to imagine?
Well, no, hold on. We're gunned down. and then the police officer has to stand trial for whatever reason.
No, he wouldn't. No.
Let's just imagine that the police officer has to stand.
Let's pretend we live in a world where that would happen.
Let's imagine that the police officer has to stand trial.
Listen.
And then he's up on the stand, and then he's just like, "Well, I don't know if you guys seen this photograph where it's like where it's just like me and your faces, just like taped, like you could see the Scotch tape that we scanned it in on the printer.
Right.
It's not even good Photoshop. It's just like play school scissors.
Yeah, put it down there. Here's what I'll tell you. In any kind of creative art, I'll give you one. All right? I'll give you one. But saying that a cop would stand trial for shooting us, it's a bridge too far. It's like jumping buildings in Dubai. You're just like, okay, sure.
I do love that I was my Vin Diesel thing has gone on. Like I say it all the time now. It's like, I gotta go to the moon now. It's like my favorite parable for that movie.
So if you don't see or if you don't listen to that podcast, you won't know what Corey's doing when he does that.
Yeah.
You should listen to episode
52.
What? 52.
Yeah.
Listen to episode 52. But with the world I want to live in is a world where we don't have to worry about police because we have the Justice League. Dun, 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 dun.
I thought you were gonna say the world I want to live in is a world of Superman and Batman in the same movie.
Well, no, because here's the thing. I don't really like Superman.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Johnny get two good shoes. You know what I mean? Or Johnny Goody two shoes.
What I don't like about about Superman is that literally nothing kills him except for kryptonite, which apparently is prevalent in Metropolis. But like,
well, first of all,
you shoot bullets at him.
Did you ever read the comics?
No.
Okay, see, I don't like the inconsistency that like he can shrug off bullets and he can like pick up a whole building, and then later on he's like struggling to pick up the car to throw it at the guy. Like, come on, man! If you can pick up a building, the car is nothing.
Yeah, I like how he flies so fast that he can alter the rotation of the Earth.
But there's ever a time when he's late to something.
Who was it? I think it was Kevin Smith, who was just like, well, how does Superman fly faster? Does he just extra, like...
Force it!
Like, at a certain point, like, so Superman has, like, all his things going on. That's fine.
Right.
But, like, at a certain point, if you're flying around with Lois Lane, like, if you're flying super fast, doesn't her skin, like, rip off her body? And
she's not super.
Right. She's very unsuper.
In fact, I think that...
She's got a super ass.
Am
I right? High five. Bam.
I had a discussion sometime, and I'm going to say that...
there's us reducing a journalist to her physical appearance again. Lois Lane, Britt McHenry.
Like the same person. But I had a conversation...
Don't you know my fucking boyfriend's Superman?
I'm going to have him come down and lift my car out of there. Huh? How about that?
He's gonna tear you apart like a fucking phone book. Yeah, I bet you still use a phone book because you're so poor and worthless you don't even have a smartphone.
Wow, hey, she got real.
Yeah, you have to look up your numbers in a fucking useless book.
Okay. I bet you use yellowpages.com.
They still send them out. Why do they send them out?
For people to rip up. That's what.
Just
shows of
feats of strength.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, but
oh man, I need a video of just somebody like walking out their front door with a phone book, like sitting on the porch, going like, "Oh, good time for my annual feat of strength."
You gotta find somebody who can rip a phone book.
All right.
Although they are getting smaller and smaller, so it should be easy.
At OrTheAnthem.com, anybody who can rip a phone book in half. I want to hear it.
We need to make it that.
Or the listener line, 443-219-7595.
So in some of the comic books, they have sex and they have children.
Yeah.
How can her human womb possibly hold a super child?
Well, not only that, but I imagine, like, wouldn't he just, like, come and, like, knock it right out the back of his spine?
It's like the Edward and Bella problem. I don't know if you ever watched...
of course.
Sparkle of Motion. What is it?
Twilight.
Yeah. I look at the girl and I'm like, what? What is the thing with the vampires? Twilight.
What's that movie that was dumb?
Did you see the Twilight where they finally, like, spoiler alert, where they finally did it?
No.
So they, like, wrecked the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then after, he's like, that's why I had to turn you before we did it. Like, because it's rough or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Superman is even worse, right?
Yeah.
Like, most guys lose control. Like, you're not really thinking, right? Like, you get close and you're like, "Ugh." And then, like, he looks down and he's killed her. He's crushed her.
And then sure, you're right at the end and you're just like, I'm gonna fuck her so hard. It's just like, oh no, Lois Lane is dead.
I ripped her in half like a boat.
The police come over and they just see like a disintegrated body. Just like, is this Lois Lane?
He's
Yeah,
smoking a cigarette. Yeah.
yeah, that's what's left of her. It's just like, what? God damn it, Superman. Clark Kent, I didn't know you had it in you.
Well,
That was a Superman-like performance. I don't know if I'm about that.
This isn't normal. This happens to me all the time. I didn't. Anyway,
You
so
guys don't rip women apart when you have sex with them?
we went to a really dark place.
We did?
Much like the Batman vs Superman trailer,
Yeah.
which was surprisingly gritty for me.
Yeah, it was a little,
Did you see Man of Steel?
yeah.
It had like a dark hue, but it was very like
It was still a Superman
still
movie.
Superman movie. And then first of all, Ben Affleck is Batman. Really?
As of the time of this recording,
Yeah.
the good trailer, like the good quality trailer hasn't come out yet.
Right. Expecting it on Monday.
So all I've seen is the shitty trailer where I can't really get any kind of sense of like what's going on.
So we had do a Christian Bale Batman for me if you can.
Like when he's Batman?
Yeah.
Like oh god. Where is he?
Get over here.
That's Scorpion.
Oh
in
shit.
Mortal Kombat. Get over here.
All right. So give me the what was it?
Where is he? Like,
That's Christian Bale is Batman.
yeah.
So Ben Affleck's Batman, when it's not, side effect is really just Ben Affleck's fat face crushing together, gritting his teeth, and then saying badass stuff at the low level. So he's like, "Hello, Superman." Like, I'm like, that's not a badass voice. That is your fat ass face smashing together in a plastic costume.
Yep, that's right, Ben Affleck. Rob called your face fat. At Robert N. Cheek on all your social media.
Exactly right, Ben.
Come get some.
And then so there's a big metal suit, and I assume that the metal suit is how they're gonna fight that Superman could rip Batman in half because he's immortal, and Superman is not. So I imagine the suit is probably made of kryptonite or something. I don't know.
Oh. Imagine if Zack Snyder just requests absolute privacy while he makes his Superman movie. It's like the studio execs come by and it's just like, yeah, we just want to see how things are coming along on Superman Batman. He's just like, no, not until it's done. Not until it's done. You'll see it at the premiere.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm taking care of everything. Your multi-billion-dollar properties. I'm taking care of it. Don't worry about it. Everything's good.
He turns into Stanley Kubrick.
And then just at the end, all the studio execs are at the movie, at the premiere, at the Chinese theater, and they're all like, man, I can't wait to see this Superman movie.
We didn't even get a preview.
We didn't see anything. This is all new to us. And then just third act, it's the big fight between Superman and Batman, and then Superman just pants Batman, and then fucks him, and then rips him apart. It's just that's what Superman does when he fucks him. Just oh my god, what the fuck happened to Batman? Oh, he's all over the place. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen on film. Oh, man. People are really going to be happy to see Ben Affleck getting fucked on film like this. That's how we sell it. Always got to come up with the angle.
Yeah, there you go.
We spent $700 billion on it. We got to figure out a way to sell it somehow.
Let's put that in the trailer.
Just don't put it in the trailer. Put the moment before and just be like, so Ben Affleck gets buck-fucked in this movie in a Batman suit. You're welcome, America.
Anyway, so he's in the metal suit and he says, "Do you even bleed?" In a metallic voice. Again, fat-ass Ben Affleck face smashed together with a metallic tone to it. What I can't remember. Is it do you bleed? You will. And that's it.
Yeah.
So I was not impressed. And basically the conversation I had with a bunch of nerds, because I have friends who are nerds, and I I was like, you know what? I'm not impressed. Let me see if the professionals, quote unquote professionals,
Right.
are. And they're like, oh, it was great. Because I realized that DC will never make a good movie. So let's just depend on Marvel. Let's focus on Marvel.
Can I switch to the other side of the aisle there?
Okay.
For a second? I haven't seen... There hasn't been anything shot yet.
Of what?
The movie I'm about to talk about.
Okay.
But I'm already a little bit worried. I don't know if I should be worried because I like the casting choice.
Aquaman?
No.
Oh, that's been shot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried about Jared Leto as the Joker.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Because I've sort of seen pictures of him with like the green hair.
Yeah.
But not like in full Joker regalia.
Right, but they're going.
But it's sort of like little teases of it.
Are they going Romeo? The original Joker.
Yeah, it looks more like the original.
Like green and I mean Jack Nicholson did it, but that was actually based on the 50s campy television show.
I'm reserving judgment, but I'm a little bit worried because he kind of looks like. Did anyone see Pink Floyd The Wall?
No.
Okay.
No.
In Pink Floyd The Wall, after he's completely lost it, Pink has gone into a drug-induced stupor, and he's just completely gone. He's gone over the deep end.
Right.
And he shaves all the hair off his body.
Okay.
So he has no eyebrows, no hair, and everything like that.
Robert Durst?
There's just like, you look at him, and he closes the mirror in the bathroom.
Right.
Like it's a cabinet mirror, and he closes it, and you see him, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, this guy's lost it. Like, that's sort of what Jared Leto's looking like right now.
Right.
So find a shot of Pink Floyd where...
Here's what I'll tell you. I would not envy anyone who has to follow in that role.
In Heath Ledger's.
Ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there are some...
Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is going to be a little bit tough, I think, as well.
It's just not her. It's not her. And who knows? Because here's the thing. When I heard Heath Ledger as a Joker, I was like, now you're going to fuck up Jack Nicholson?
You know who I had a similar reaction to? Anne Hathaway as the Catwoman. And I was not wrong.
Yes.
Well, sometimes you guess correct.
Exactly.
Sometimes you say, well, I don't know about Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. And then you walk out of the movie and you're just like, yeah, no.
Well, no, first, I see the first 2 seconds and I'm like, listen, can we blow up another bitch with some oil barrels in here or what? Is this not a... Oh, was it too dark? Did I go bad?
What bothered me most, I think, about Anne Hathaway as the Catwoman, and I know we're monstrously off track now.
Of course, yeah.
Is that I feel like Marion Cotillard was in that movie.
Yes.
And she was the best actor in that movie.
Sure.
By a stretch. By quite a while.
Best actress, yes.
Who would you put out of her?
Old British guy who played Alfred.
Michael Caine?
Michael Caine. Are you kidding me? Michael Caine had all kinds of heart. I wanted to be Batman when Alfred was giving him those speeches. He basically said, with great power comes great responsibility. But it was in a very, Michael Caine
Steal it from
kind
Spider-Man?
Yeah, it was just like, it was a very Michael Caine way of telling him to, man up. And I would be like, oh, I'd do that, Michael Caine, for you.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman? Come on, it's fucking Morgan Freeman.
If somebody said you can only have one of the actors in The Dark Knight Rises in your movie,
Christian Bale.
I'd pick Marion Cotillard. Because I would be guaranteed the best performance, I think.
Listen, I have a screenplay in which I need you to be both 110 and 410 pounds. Done. 6 months. Let's shoot the first part now.
Machinist.
I'm just thinking about it a minute. All right, so we are way off track.
Yeah, now we're way off track.
Back to...
But go see The Machinist.
Yes, go see The Machinist. Anything with Christian Bale in it, really. American Psycho? Oh, so good. Anyway, so you saw...
No, he's good. I'm not to shit on Christian Bale.
Marion Cotillard is a great actress.
She's just one of my favorites.
Yes. So you saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go see the movie?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go see the movie.
Okay.
I can't not see the movie, but
And
much like I didn't think Furious 7 was gonna be that great, but I was of course gonna go see it. I can't.
I still have to go see that, by the way.
Like, I'm not gonna go see Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
I will watch it when it's on Netflix, though.
Like in a week.
When it's included in my general subscription, yes, I will pay.
I've been mocking that movie's trailer because I don't think there's been worse CGI in a movie or a special effects. Yeah, like when he gets kicked by the horse and hits the van and falls over. And there was some review I saw. I can't remember who said it, but it was just like, this is what happens when you get a lot of people who get paid a lot of money and none of them feel like showing up for work.
So then he's gonna get kicked by the horse.
Yeah.
Of course, sure. Why not? Let's shoot it. It's fine.
When do you want it? It's just like, well, how long is it going to take? No, you just tell me when you want it. Well, I guess today. All right.
Done.
Done. Whatever you say, boss.
Anyway.
And then the director sees it, and he's just like, well, it looks a lot better than if I did it. So what am I going to say to this guy?
This guy. It's totally fine. Anyway.
I don't know anything about CGI. And this guy's been working in it for quite a while. I'm going to bust his stones.
Anyways, you're going to see it. I told people I appreciate the dark tone. I think that DC is a darker comic.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have Batman.
Darker company. Yeah.
You don't have Batman. You don't have, the Punisher. You don't have those kind of. You don't have those in like brightly colored things. It's like, yeah, we kill people. Our heroes kill people.
Yeah.
The bad guys. He
is the Dark Knight.
Right. The bad guys are sometimes good, and the good guys are sometimes bad, and the line is very wishy-washy.
Right.
So, as it's scamming up towards... spoiler alert if you've seen it. Scanning up towards the chest of Superman, and like a lot of the different lines of comics come to the point where the hero worship becomes like god worship of Superman. And that's generally like... alternate universe gets involved and like fight to the death or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Something bad happens to Superman to knock him off the pedestal. But I'm like, okay, I'm with you. But you're building him up so much that like, how's Batman gonna come into this?
Yeah,
we're gonna put him in an aluminium, because we're British, aluminium suit that protects him from Superman. It's too much, but maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be good.
You know what? Another movie I'm probably not gonna see.
You better not see. No.
Star Wars.
How are you not going to see that?
Well, I haven't seen any of them up until this point, so...
Have a great week, everybody.
I'm sorry. I've tried. I've tried.
You have never seen any of the movies?
Like about 20 minutes of the first one.
The first one meaning Jar Jar? 21st
No. Like
four?
the first
New Hope.
New Hope.
I can't... How can you never seen Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
How have you never seen...
Just doesn't do it for me.
How do you function in society?
No. I have had very, very detailed or like inspired arguments with people about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Despite not having seen any of it.
So you're not going to see...
I probably know more about Star Wars than some people who have seen Star Wars.
Yeah, maybe like fangirls, but
yeah, or just like fan people. Like there's somebody who's just like, yeah, Star Wars is my favorite film, and I could probably beat them in like a Star Wars trivia knowledge thing.
But you're not gonna. I can't even comprehend how you would not see that. It's gonna be amazing.
It really just doesn't do it for me.
Are you not a sci-fi guy? You don't like space?
Not really.
You didn't watch Star Trek?
I saw the first one.
The first movie? Oh, you mean the reboot movie?
Yeah.
Never seen the TV show?
Not really.
Never saw the first 5?
Again, here and there. Which is really, for whatever, no, nothing against the people who love it. Yeah. Because obviously there's a lot of them out there. Mm-hmm. I hope you're still listening.
We just lost half the listeners. I have faithfully watched every single Star Wars movie.
People who like Star Wars and people who listen to podcasts aren't mutually exclusive.
Is that right? Is that a statistical fact? Because I would argue against
99% of people who listen to podcasts don't like Star Wars.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true either. Okay, so then you're not going to go see that. I can't.
Yeah, probably not. Unless I catch up on all the movies before I go.
We should totally have a Outer Banks movie marathon night where we watch all of them in 6 consecutive nights.
No.
Absolutely, I'm calling it.
No, it's a vacation, though.
I'm going to tell everybody you haven't seen them, and I guarantee you they're going to make you watch them.
No, I don't really.
I'm texting now. Group text. Boop.
Like, that's
boop, 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 boop. That's how my phone works.
You have a Nextel from the 90s.
We're already going long, but I wanted to... Did you see that story about The Wire? About how the cops made them pull stuff out?
No.
Okay, so the Wire writers were fantastic.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, Ed Norris was actually a Baltimore policeman, and he was
He was the police commissioner.
commandant. Then the commissioner, and then the commandant of
Maryland State
Police, and then some shit went down. Anyway, he was on that show.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of people. Anyway, so basically, the writers from The Wire talked to actual drug dealers and figured out how it was that they stayed away from the cops and wrote it into the show. And then the police got involved and were like, listen, we'd really appreciate it if you didn't point out these huge flaws in our ability to stop crime.
Right.
One of them being a Nextel phone. They had no way to listen in or to wiretap the push-to-talk feature. And it's like it goes out over the regular airways, but we have no way to listen into it. And if people knew that, they would do nothing but drug deals on the Nextel push-to-talk, and we have no idea.
Well, the other part that wasn't included in The Wire,
Yeah.
which was included in real life, is that oh god, I can't remember what the name of the fucking machine is. It's a thing. It's basically the thing from Batman that pulls all the calls out of the air.
Right? Yeah.
And like they were
It's
just
a real thing.
They were warrantlessly wiretapping every single person in the city all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, at Wire,
It's a real thing that was happening in Baltimore City for a while there. So I hope you didn't say anything too fishy on your cell phone.
This is what the story said: is that a policeman apparently had the idea for the thing. They wrote it into The Wire in 2003. It didn't become a real thing until 2007. But they predicted that the police would use that as a way to try and quote-unquote stop crime. It's the country you live in, people. It's the country you live in, foundingthefuture.us.
Well, anything to help the police do their jobs. I just like the laugh. I wanted to laugh.
Anyway, so you are going to go see Batman vs Superman.
Yeah. Probably not going to see Star Wars.
Not any of the last three? Because it's going to be December, May for the release of those.
I don't know. I don't see it.
I don't even know what to say to that. But at least other superhero... and here's the question. If Batman vs Superman sucks, are you staying with DC or are you done with DC?
It all depends. Like I like... what's his face? Ant-Man.
Ant-Man?
No, I mean, like, I like the actor. God, I can't remember his name.
Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
But
I like Paul Rudd.
That's a Marvel franchise.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I like Paul Rudd.
Right.
Don't really have any particular interest in seeing Ant-Man as a movie. I'm going to see it because I like Paul Rudd, and I think it's going to be good. And just, like, I didn't necessarily, like, I wasn't a Guardians of the Galaxy fan.
Okay, yeah.
But when I saw all what was going on there, I was like...
Something happened? There we go. Hey.
Just a little technical thing. But when I saw like the trailer and stuff like that and saw it all put together, I was just like, all right, this looks fun.
Chris Pratt is fantastic. I would have seen it just for him, but
like I probably won't see Jurassic World.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know. I'm gonna wait on a review on that one.
Jurassic Park, I don't care. Just the concept of Jurassic Park, I'm there, and he put Chris Pratt in it, and in the trailer, he's just like witty. He is himself.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's skinny Andy Dwyer.
Right.
In Jurassic Park, that's who he is.
You know what kind of? I guess the thing that, and we should probably make this our last thought.
Yeah.
What kind of bugs me about it is why isn't Steven Spielberg directing this?
Because
he's executive producing it.
Yeah, he's got shit to do.
Yeah, but you know. That sort of thing makes me nervous.
I think
if it's going to be a really good movie, I think Spielberg would want a part of it.
When you tell me Joss Whedon or Zack Snyder is executive producing, I get worried.
Yeah,
because those are guys who still like to direct.
Yeah.
When I hear Steven Spielberg or the guy who did Titanic, James Cameron, or Star Wars,
George Lucas.
When I hear they're executive producing, I hear they want the credit, they want to be involved, but they don't want to do the day-to-day. Yeah. They got other shit to do. But again, Joss Whedon, Zack Snyder, when I saw 300 executive produced, 300 part 2 or whatever, executive produced by Zack Snyder, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He saw the story and was like, I want no part of this, but if you'll pay me, you can put my name on it. Yeah. I just don't want to direct it. But the older
I don't even know who directs Jurassic World.
I don't think it matters.
Like, it's not, it's nothing, I don't think it's been marketed properly if it's somebody who I know.
And it may
because
not
all
be.
I ever see in the trailer is executive producer Steven Spielberg, and I'm just like,
they're using the name. He did the first one, and now they're using his name, and I get that. And here's what I'll tell you though, I don't mind that as much because I saw when you saw The Cube. Was it The Cube? Guillermo del Toro's first. Was that The Cube? Was that his first movie?
Oh god, Pandora's Box.
Pandora. No. Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
God, that was a long way.
How do we?
But they didn't put his name on it.
Yeah.
But they put somebody executive produced that movie, and then it was his movie, and it was like boom. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, but the point being, it was a great movie.
Right.
Jurassic World may have a no-name director, but under the tutelage of Steven Spielberg, it may be a huge thing.
We'll just look it up after we get off the show and just be like, oh, Josh Williams doing that one too.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh well, I guess it is somebody.
But no, in any event, no matter what happens, just go see things, people, because unlike Corey, who has a closed mind, I don't think that there's anything bad. Support good film and support these franchises, because I gotta say, I don't have any kids now.
How about this? How about you go see a fucking independent movie every once in a while?
Do that too, sure. I mean, whatever.
Whatever, I guess.
But because I want, if I do have children...
So, by the way, director Colin Trevorrow.
No idea who that is. But you know what? In 6-7 years, we may be saying...
He was born in San Francisco and raised in Oakland.
So in 6 or 7
Got a San Francisco face with an Oakland booty.
In 6 or 7 years, we may be saying, is that a Trevorrow joint that we're going to see? Like, who the hell knows?
Let's see what he's directed.
By the way, what makes it a Corey Baker joint? What were we talking about?
Oh, smoking Marlboro Menthol Lights.
Menthol Lights makes it a Corey Baker joint, yeah.
Okay, so I have seen a movie of his.
Okay.
Safety Not Guaranteed.
Mm.
That was an alright flick, but it was not... I liked it.
Right.
But I don't think that's quite the same thing as Jurassic. Like, you remember how I've talked to you about how, like, I wouldn't want to direct a Superman movie or something like that? Or, like, a Batman?
Too much fucking pressure.
Yeah, like, well, not even that. Not even the pressure. Just, like, the feeling of, like, being on set and being like, all right, we have 14 hours carved out today. What are we shooting? We're shooting 10 seconds worth of film. Just be like, oh, my God, this is going to be such a fucking tedious tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so I'm just going to be sitting around all day making sure everything's set up. Mm-hmm. So that we can shoot, or we can prep for 12 hours so we can get 10 seconds worth of film in the can. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I thought the same thing about like a Transformers movie. Like, all right, there's $40 million in fireworks out there.
Yeah.
We get one shot at this. Somebody else can do that.
Yeah, somebody else coordinate this. Yes. So it's like, well, that's your job. It's just like, you know what I like to do? I like to walk up to actors and try and get in their head and like let them inhabit the world of a character.
Oh, shit.
That's what you get.
Oh shit! No, because I was gonna
and let them inhabit the world of a character.
Right. Like ooh.
I don't want to. I don't want to be. I don't want to be what's his face from Tropic Thunder. Just like blowing.
Corey has half of things set up, $40 million in pyrotechnics, slips a little bit on the mud, and is like, I think I lost traction there for a second. Did you say action?
Oh my God.
Was the camera running? We need to film in it. Oh no. Okay.
Somebody run to Phantom. Somebody here's my black card. Somebody run to Phantom and buy everything.
We need all of it. All of the fireworks, please.
Do you have anything in a warehouse somewhere nearby?
Illegal Mexican fireworks would be fine. Anything that goes boom.
And they just come back with like snakes and sparklers. I'm just like, God damn, what part?
Wait,
you know
this
what?
Is California. That's
you know
all I
what?
sell.
You know what? I'm gonna get fired, so I quit. Anywho.
But if you want to see a good independent film, you could find one on
theanthem.com, and that'll be out this week. Swear to God.
It's getting done.
Well, no, because Laura wanted to touch up something before it went live.
You too.
Hold on.
You too. It will never be done.
Laura wanted to touch up one little thing before I went live.
Okay.
And she's in the middle of a crazy, hectic week with schoolwork. So now's not the time.
It's totally fine. All I know is that 6 weeks from now,
We're just going to be like,
we're going to pull it down again.
Trust me, the love letter will be up. I know.
Because Laura will fix something, and then you'll notice it, and then you will have fucked up her work, and she will have to do her work again, and it'll just go back and forth.
Yeah, we'll just do this forever.
Like, where did you get this scene? Oh, that was in the very first cut. I took it out, but it's back now.
You know what? The only thing I ever hope is that, like, somebody's just like, Corey takes an awfully long time making these movies, but then as soon as it's done, they're just like, oh no, you know what? It was worth it.
It's the suitcase in Pulp Fiction. Like, oh yeah, no, okay, I get that. That's fine. That's cool. Yeah.
Anywho, OTheAnthem.com, Corey at OTheAnthem.com, OTheAnthem on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and the listener line, 443-219-7595.
What's that number again?
443-219-7595. And I think we're going to start just tweeting out every time we're about to record.
Yeah, we did this week.
Yeah.
I think we might have caught people by surprise, though, and they didn't expect it. Because I don't know why. I just was like, let's do that and see what happens.
Texting would probably be the best way to go.
Sure.
If you're going to do it, like, while we're on the show.
Or texting, and we will call you and put you live on the air.
Yeah.
So you can reach me at all your social networks at Robert N. Cheek, foundingthefuture.us, itdeaddrop.com, themovementinsurrection.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook and everywhere else.
Buy Rob's book.
Buy my book. Oh, and the second book is finished. Edits are done. Trying to figure out what the cover is going to look like, and then, which I was supposed to do 4 months ago.
When is it supposed to be out?
Aiming for third or second quarter. So that would be, oh yeah, that's past. That would have been this month. If Rob had done the cover, it would have been out this month.
Yeah.
But Rob did not do the cover, so Rob doesn't know what it's going to be titled yet. Also a problem. So hoping for late May, early June.
Oh man, it looks like Rob's pulling a Corey. Tinkering with it till the end.
Well, no, the edits were part of the process, and then I was like, I'll come up with a name during the editing process, and I'm too close into it. You're doing all these edits because you're too close to it. I need some new, fresher eyes.
Just call it The Great Haxby.
I can't do that. That's your book. I can't do that. I would
can't steal that.
I'd be then Haxbying the Haxby.
I think we've done good.
I think we've done something. That's true. I don't know if it's good or not. Anyway, as always, you've been listening to the Oh the Anthem podcast, part of the Oh the Anthem digital network. For Corey, this is Rob. Have a great week, everybody.
Discount on Aaron Hernandez jerseys.